and peaceful, and although some people assume I'm being sarcastic when I say this, I want to thank the police for doing a good job as well. In a lot of places, police and activists have been in conflict, and that did not happen today. This is a good Edmonton, full of peace-loving people. Let's keep it that way.
Okay, I have a message today, ladies and gentlemen, for George Bush. Mr. Bush, you are behaving in a paranoid, reckless, aggressive, and totally irresponsible manner. Your plans for war against Iraq will without question lead to terrible destabilization in Saudi Arabia, in Egypt, in Jordan, in Turkey, in Syria, in the Philippines, in Indonesia, and most dangerously in the unstable country that already has nuclear weapons, Pakistan. The result will certainly be more and bigger wars in the future. The real danger of nuclear weapons falling into the hands of Al-Qaeda, and again, without question, a substantial increase, Mr. Bush, in horrendous terrorism right around the world because of what you are doing. George Bush, millions of Canadians now regard you as the most militaristic, arrogant, hostile American president in recent memory. And you should know that we Canadians are most insulted when your ambassador, Mr. Salucci, and the former U.S. ambassador, Mr. Giffen, threaten us if we don't join your awful war. It is not anti-Americanism to oppose the slaughter of thousands, or God forbid, possibly hundreds of thousands of innocent men, women, and children. It's not anti-American to agree with Jimmy Carter and with many millions of Americans and with most of the rest of the world that many more arms inspectors and much more inspection time is what is needed. Now I have a message for Jean Chrétien and for Bill Graham. Canadians will never ever forgive you if you obsequiously bow to American pressure. There are much better things for Canada to do than to go to war. At one time, we Canadians were admired around the world for our peacekeeping. Now, thanks to Jean Chrétien and thanks to Paul Martin, we've sunk all the way down to 33rd place in peacekeeping. Once we were among the leaders in foreign aid. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're down in 19th place. Once we weren't afraid to criticize the United States for things like they're opposing the landmines treaty. They opposed the small arms agreement. They opposed the International Criminal Court. Incredibly, they opposed the chemical and biological weapons agreement. They opposed the agreement to provide inexpensive drugs for poor countries. Canada should strongly support all of these agreements. Canada should support the United Nations, and Canada should especially support arms control and disarmament agreements. Too bad, ladies and gentlemen, that the White House and the Pentagon can't understand that the very best way to prevent terrorism in the future is by doing something really important about the fact that 30,000 men, women, and children die unnecessarily every day through malnutrition, disease, lack of water, and poor sanitation. Canada should be in the forefront of preventing human suffering, not in the front lines of George Bush's obsessive madness.
Is not in our interest. War is not good for workers, for the environment, for children, and for our future. I know many veterans of previous wars are deeply saddened that their sacrifices and those of their comrades who paid with their blood have not led to a lasting peace and to creative, peaceful ways to settle our differences.
From the prophet Moses and the Pharaoh thousands of years ago until today in Palestine, history is full of stories of people, the common people, rising up against oppressive, exploitative, and incompetent governments. Today, the good people of Iraq are in their 24th year of oppression by a tyrannical regime of Saddam Hussein. And to me, history and common sense says that the Iraqi people will rise and overthrow this dictator. But the world, and specifically the United States and Britain, are not allowing the Iraqi people to do this. Instead, ladies and gentlemen, the United States has given or has done everything in their power to ensure that Saddam Hussein stays in power. In fact, it was the CIA in 1963 that brought Saddam to power. They're the ones who helped plan the coup, and then they gave Saddam a list of 600 names to eliminate. People that he killed because of their communist ideology. Throughout the 80s, the United States helped Saddam by providing intelligence, military supplies, munitions, chemical agents, and biological agents. They turned a blind eye whenever Saddam committed unspeakable atrocities. And of course, there's the infamous handshake between Saddam and Donald Rumsfeld. Ladies and gentlemen, throughout the 80s, the 90s, the Iraqi people have suffered. They've died, thousands, millions have died, 1.5 million as a direct result of the sanctions. And do you actually expect the Iraqi people to rise up and overthrow the dictator when they're busy trying to find food for their kids? I say to the United States, although I know George Bush won't listen, but Jean Chrétien, hopefully he'll listen. Lift the sanctions, allow the people to eat, allow the people to live, and you will see what the Iraqi people can do. For those who drive by or are watching us at home and questioning what are we doing standing out here in -20 weather, the Muslim holy book, the Holy Quran, actually sums up our purpose quite nicely, and it reads, "Whosoever takes the life of an innocent, it's as if he killed all of mankind. And whoever saves the life of an innocent, it's as if he saved all of mankind." Thank you very much.
No war! No war! No war! Peace now! Peace now! 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 Democracy! All right, now I hope that everybody.
We will remember where our MPs stood. Let's not give up on electoral politics. In fact, the Bushes and the Rumsfeld of this world want nothing better than people of goodwill giving up on electoral politics. Indeed, the military industrial complex hasn't given up on electoral politics. They know that they'll make sure that we get the best government money can buy. Boycott Bush, but also I'm a firm believer in boycotts. I know some people say boycotts don't work. Well, it's just because too many people say that. Can you imagine if all of us boycotted American goods? That would make a difference.
For the world,